The sun had barely risen over the battlefield of Kurukshetra, painting golden streaks across dust and banners. The sound of conches mingled with distant war cries, yet Arjuna's heart beat to a different rhythm, a rhythm that whispered questions he had never dared to voice. He looked at Krishna, seated calmly beside him on the chariot, the reins of the horses loose in his divine hands. Arjuna's voice trembled as he spoke, the weight of his confusion pressing down on him. Krishna, you have spoken of selfless action, of offering every act as devotion. But is it enough to act if my heart still fears, still desires, still hopes for reward? Krishna turned, eyes serene, a soft smile tugging at his lips. Arjuna, he said, voice steady yet alive with infinite depth. There is a power greater than action alone. There is devotion, there is surrender. When a man offers himself completely, even his fears and hopes to me, he reaches a place no action alone can reach. Arjuna's breath caught. Could it be that surrender, not struggle, could hold the key? Could letting go, not grasping, carry the soul closer to Krishna? You mean, Arjuna whispered, even a fearful, weak man, if he surrenders to you, can be protected? Krishna's eyes glimmered, full of warmth and authority. Yes, Arjuna, even the most flawed, the most fearful, the most sinful, when he comes to me with devotion, offering his heart without reservation, he finds refuge. No one is ever turned away, no soul is ever lost when it seeks me with sincerity. Arjuna's mind spun. He had fought with bravely, yet he had also faltered, hesitated, doubted, and despaired. Could all of that, the mistakes, the fears, the hesitations, be transformed simply by surrender? Krishna leaned closer, his voice carrying over the battlefield. It is not the perfection of action that matters, Arjuna. It is the perfection of intention. The heart that seeks me even through imperfection reaches me. The devotion that persists even in trembling fear calls me forth like a flame into the night. Arjuna closed his eyes, feeling a warmth spreading through him, a hope he had never known.
Krishna continued, his gaze sweeping the battlefield, encompassing every warrior, every horse, every banner. Arjuna, see the offerings of men, their flowers, their water, their food. Some perform rituals with wealth, some with effort, some with words alone. But what pleases me most is the offering of the heart. Even a leaf, a flower, a little water given with pure devotion reaches me. Arjuna's eyes widened. Even something so small, Krishna? Yes, Krishna said, raising his hands as if gathering the entire horizon. Even the simplest offering, if given with love and faith, carries more weight than mountains of gold offered without devotion. The heart is the altar, the soul the fire. What burns in devotion is what reaches me. Nothing else matters. Arjuna imagined a poor villager offering a single drop of water to the sun, or a child placing a small flower at a shrine. How could such small acts, almost invisible, hold meaning in the grand sweep of life? Krishna's voice cut through his thoughts. It is not the size of the offering, Arjuna, but the sincerity behind it. A single act offered with pure love purifies the doer, strengthens his soul, and draws me close. The flame of devotion, however tiny, can ignite the whole universe. Arjuna felt his chest tighten with awe. Could this really be true? Could the act of surrender, of devotion, of offering one's heart be so powerful that even the mightiest deeds, even the grandest victories paled in comparison? Krishna smiled, his voice softening. Arjuna, devotion is the nectar of the soul. Action, knowledge, ritual, these are tools, but devotion is the essence. Offer all that you are, all that you have, all that you desire, and you are truly free. Even the heaviest sins dissolve when surrendered to me." Arjuna swallowed hard. His own past, the doubts, the hesitation, the failures suddenly seemed small, even irrelevant. Could he truly give everything, even his very self, to Krishna?
Krishna's voice grew firmer, carrying over the clamor of the battlefield, yet calm as a river at dawn. "Arjuna, some men think devotion is only for the learned, the powerful, the perfect. That is false. I receive all, anyone who comes with faith, any heart that beats with sincerity. The lowliest, the sinner, the confused, the poor, all who turn to me with love are embraced. Devotion does not discriminate." Arjuna's eyes widened. "So, it is not knowledge, Krishna? Not wealth? Not strength?" Krishna shook his head. "No, Arjuna. All these are tools, but devotion, self-surrender is supreme. The one who offers me everything, body, mind, actions, wealth, desires, walks the path of liberation. He becomes mine, and I become his." Arjuna felt the weight of Krishna's words press into his chest like sunlight into the morning mist. "But how does one begin, Krishna? How does one surrender everything when the mind clings to fear, to pride, to hope?" Krishna's smile was gentle, knowing. "Start with what you have, Arjuna. Offer me your actions. Offer me your thoughts. Offer me your breath, your desires, your successes and your failures. Begin simply, and the heart learns surrender step by step. As devotion grows, the act of surrender becomes natural, effortless, joyous." Arjuna nodded slowly. It was both terrifying and liberating to think that everything could be offered, and in offering, everything could be gained. Krishna continued, voice soft but certain. "Arjuna, the one who surrenders to me with devotion does not face danger, nor is he undone by misfortune. I protect him, I guide him, I carry him through all trials. There is no fear for the devoted." Arjuna's heart fluttered. Could it really be this simple? Could surrender, devotion, faith, and love be stronger than armies, than weapons, than fear itself?
Krishna's eyes sparkled as he spoke again. "Arjuna, faith is the bridge between human effort and the divine. Even if a man is weak, unlearned, confused, or sinful, if he holds unwavering faith and turns to me, I accept him. I become his friend, his guide, his protector, his very refuge. I never abandon anyone who comes to me." Arjuna could hardly breathe. Even a man who has done wrong? Even someone who fears the consequences of his sins? Yes, Krishna said with certainty, even him. The doors of liberation are always open. The soul that turns to me, even in trembling hope, receives my grace. There is no condition but devotion, no test but sincerity. Fear, weakness, past mistakes, none can block the path when the heart surrenders. Arjuna looked around at the battlefield, at warriors armed for death and glory, and felt a strange compassion for them. Every human being, Krishna's words revealed, was walking their path toward the divine. Some consciously, some blindly, some in fear, some in hope. Krishna continued, his voice echoing as if from the depths of time itself. "Arjuna, whoever offers me with love even a leaf, a flower, a grain of food, I accept it. I do not look for grandeur, only the devotion of the heart. The simple act, when done with love, is more precious than the greatest sacrifice performed with pride." Arjuna felt tears prick his eyes. All his life, he had believed that only great deeds mattered, only victories, only strength. And now, Krishna revealed that the heart, offered simply, completely, unconditionally, was the greatest power of all. The chariot rolled forward, the sound of hooves and armor filling the air, but Arjuna's focus was inward. Krishna spoke as the sun rose higher, casting golden light over dust and banners. Arjuna, every action can become worship. Every thought, every word, every choice, every breath offered to me becomes sacred. Even in the midst of battle, even amid fear, anger, and uncertainty, selfless surrender transforms the act into devotion. Arjuna felt his arms loosen around Gandiva. He had always equated power with skill, with strategy, with effort. But now he saw a deeper truth, the power of surrender, the power of offering the very self to the divine. Krishna's gaze held him. Do not think, Arjuna, that the path is narrow or reserved for a few. All can come to me, kings and paupers, warriors and beggars, the learned and the unlearned. Whoever approaches me with love and devotion, even imperfectly, I accept. I embrace them, I lift them. Arjuna's mind raced. The battlefield had not changed, the war had not stopped, but everything had shifted. Action and surrender were no longer separate, they were one. Devotion infused duty with eternity, and surrender infused action with purpose. Krishna's voice lowered, intimate yet carrying across the battlefield. Arjuna, remember this. Whoever worships me with faith, whoever surrenders to me completely, I protect, I guide, I never abandon. There is no fear for the devoted, no sorrow for the surrendered, no loss for the faithful. Even if he is born in a humble place, even if he has sinned, even if he has struggled all his life, my grace is always there. Arjuna's eyes filled with tears. He lifted Gandiva, not with fear, not with desire for victory, but as an offering. He felt his heart expand with devotion, his mind settle into clarity, his soul awaken to the eternal truth. The battle surged forward. The clash of armies, the roar of conches, the flying arrows. But Arjuna's spirit was beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond attachment. He understood now that selfless devotion, surrender, and offering one's heart to Krishna were the supreme power. Not armies, not victory, not wealth, not knowledge, but surrender. And Krishna, calm, radiant, and infinite, remained beside him, receiving every thought, every action, every breath as an offering of pure devotion. The chariot surged ahead, the arrows flew, history unfolded, and Arjuna acted, not for reward, not for fear, not for pride, but as an instrument of the divine, surrendered completely to the one who is everything. For in selfless devotion lies liberation, in surrender lies protection, in offering the heart lies eternity. The battlefield became a living altar. Every act, every breath, every thought became worship, and the soul of the devotee touched the infinite.